I'm coming from Columbus, Ohio, as you can probably tell by the jersey. We're just going to the HockeyShot Center, going to film some content, and meet up with my boy Jeremy. Yeah, I'm excited to visit the HockeyShot Center. I've seen a lot of good things. I've seen pictures of the place. Obviously, you guys have put up some content there too. From what I've seen, this place looks absolutely incredible. Just getting the time to go and chill there for a bit, film some stuff, it's going to be a blast. So HockeyShot products for me have been huge to help out with both skating and stick handling. Stick handling, obviously you guys have so many different things. The Extreme Defender really simulates a real defender as you put it between his legs, go back and forth. And then having the tiles to be able to actually skate while I stick handle, that's something I wish I had growing up. I feel like if I had that, I'd be in the NHL right now, you know? So that's what held me back. The HockeyShot products are helping this younger generation grow into very, very speedy, quick players. I think the biggest thing is just being able to train at home whenever you want. So you can go out front in your driveway, shoot on your garage on a giant mat. There's just endless possibilities, and you can literally be training at every single second of the day. Hey, I mean, the people on my adult league, beer league teams can certainly use the HockeyShot products. They could use some help. I think it's great for both coaches, training, adults, kids. Like, it doesn't matter what age you are, you can always be getting better and striving to be better at this sport. So having the ability to do that is just perfect. Favorite HockeyShot product, this is kind of a tough one. The one that I use the most, without a doubt, is the tiles. The tiles have changed my life. I've set up a giant setup in my basement that is just basically the entire room covered in HockeyShot tiles. That lets me stick handle around, so I'll work on my computer all day. If I ever need to take a break, get up, move around, do some stick handling, do some passing against the passer. Like, it's hard to just pick one because I really use all of them in unison, but the HockeyShot tiles have really changed my game. So I call myself the Nasher because of actually a username that I picked back when Rick Nash first joined the Blue Jackets. I had to pick a random name, and I had this event calendar that the Blue Jackets gave me, and it said, Rick Nash, favorite food, pizza, nickname, Nasher. And I was like, Nasher, that's the one, that's what I'm going with. So unfortunately, I've been stuck with it, and I don't mind it, but you know, it is what it is. I met him once. This was like way before I would consider myself the Nasher. You know, this was just when I was Nasher61. That was my old Xbox gamer tag. I met him at a meet and greet for having season tickets once when I was a kid, but I'd love to meet him again someday. So in terms of gaming, I've been playing NHL my entire life, the NHL video games. Really, it kind of shaped my childhood. It was, you know, go outside, play roller hockey for 4 hours, then it gets dark, then, well, what hockey am I going to play? Well, it's time to put in the NHL video game and start playing that. So I started gaming, and then I had a passion to actually take those games and turn them into content for YouTube. So that's actually how I originally got started, was making YouTube videos of me playing the NHL game, dangling people, having a good time with my friends. And since then, that has led to opportunities with the actual NHL, the league. They've reached out to me. I travel across the world to commentate over NHL video games in their esports leagues. And we just had the first one last year, and it sounds like they're really excited about it. It's going to lead to many more. Yeah, so NHL video games are relatively small. I'd say they're the smallest between all of the major sports until the NHL stepped in and they really led the charge with this esports thing. So now, you know, this thing played on NBC. It was on the news. It was getting coverage all over the world. So seeing that, I think has really took a big step forward. There was a $100,000 cash prize pool that people were playing with, and that's just the first ever tournament. So it's only going to get bigger from here on out. There's people that are really, really good at this game. The guy that won last year, he won $50,000, the grand champion. He, in order to win the entire thing, so he had to make it through online qualifiers, regionals, and then the finals were in Vegas. And he had to win 30 games to basically make it through all of that. And he was the only one. He actually went undefeated in all 3 of the things. So he went like 30-0 this entire thing. There's nobody else that was able to do that. So the fact that he had the ability to get through not only the online qualifiers, which may have been against worse players, he played the best of the best in Vegas and didn't lose a game. So there's people that are stepping up for sure. I'd say there's like maybe 20 or 30 that really stand out compared to everyone else, but that number is growing. Yeah, so advice to kids that are kind of gaming and playing hockey. I think for me growing up, real hockey was always the priority. Obviously, ice time is limited, and you can only go outside for so long before it gets too dark and too cold, whatever the case. So I always put real hockey first, and then once you're done with your real training, then you have a lot of extra time, especially at night. Like me and there's a mode where you play with all 6 of your friends. You each control a player on the ice. That was like what we played the most, and not only did it help us grow together as friends and as teammates, but it also just helps you with your hockey sense because you really are playing your actual position in the game and moving your guy. You know, you have to work on your breakout, you have to cover your point, you have to do everything that you do in actual hockey. Yeah, I mean, most people just play one-on-one, but if you get 6 friends, 6-on-6 is the best. Like, you're literally just playing hockey and controlling one guy. Yeah, so if you have a kid that's getting started in hockey, I'd recommend probably starting out first. You got to get some tiles. That's just key. It allows you to stick handle and not mess up your blade, and it kind of simulates the feel of real ice. So I think tiles are key. Once you get that, probably get an extreme defender just because it does simulate that real life defender. You can stick lift it, you can go around it, and then for me, the one that I really use the most, the 2 products that are probably most important aside from the tiles, is the net and then the shooter tutor. Having that and actually having targets to shoot at is what really helped me with my shot, and it did simulate actually being on a real goalie because you stick handle around one guy, you have some open space, you shoot it into the net. Yeah, it's awesome being a part of HockeyShot. I mean, these are products that I really wish I had growing up, and being able to get these and use them in my videos and in my content and hopefully push others to do the same, push the youth to be the best hockey players they can be. That's been a dream of mine for a long time, for as long as I started making these videos. So hopefully this allows me to do that. Yeah, so my mission from the start when I made my YouTube channel was just to spread my love of the game to people who don't love the game. So it can be people that maybe have never skated before, people that are playing soccer, football, and want to experiment and try something else. I think when people really see my videos for the first time, especially like GoPro content where I'm wearing a GoPro on my head and you can actually see exactly what's going on and the feel of the game, people get excited about that. And my goal is just to spread my love of the game to them and to hopefully get them involved in whatever way they can. Yeah, I think the game's been growing tremendously, and especially the Columbus area where I'm from. Our adult league is one of the largest that I've seen. There's like E-League through A-League, and within those leagues, there's like subsections of those leagues. So people are just loving the game, finding the game. We just got a new hockey training facility that we've never had one like that before, where you can go and train specifically for hockey. So I'd say, at least from what I can see, the game really is growing. People are excited about it, and obviously it's been a blast for me. It's true. I mean, it's true though. You come here and it's like you go into a bar or whatever, and there's every game on. You go to a bar in Columbus and it's like, well, they'll have the Blue Jackets game, and that's about it. You know, it's cool being able to, like, you literally get to see everything. You know.